It's a big job representing America's cattlemen and cattlewomen over the last year. The responsibility has fallen to an Illinois cattleman, Steve Foglesong. Cattleman to Cattleman reporter Brian Baxter has more on this diverse NCBA president.
You'll find the Black Gold Ranch and Feedlot about 60 miles southwest of Peoria, Illinois. Steve Foglesong and his wife Linda started this family-owned and operated cattle ranch in 1994.
We're a pretty diversified outfit. We're in the feedlot business. Well, obviously, we're in the heifer development business. We're in the cow-calf business, and we actually have some hogs. So we kind of cover all the gamut, and we've got several hundred acres of crop ground as well. We've been in the feeding business and the cow-calf business for, probably 30 years. And ever since my wife and I got married, we've always been doing that, and even before. And we just kind of continued to expand it and gave us the opportunity then to bring our family in as well. And they've all got a place to be and something to do every day.
Today, 3 generations of Foglesongs work together to keep the operation running strong. That support will be vital in 2010 because as NCBA president, Steve expects to spend almost 300 days on the road meeting with his fellow cattlemen.
I'll disappear for a week and these guys have to run the place when I'm gone. And that's great that they can, and that's the only reason I can get away is the fact that I know that they'll take care of everything and it'll be fine.
He's going to be gone 280 days out of the year, so he's got to leave everything to us and hope that we raise us right and taught us right to do things, take care of everything while he's gone.
We're fairly young for running a ranch, but he started us when we were old enough to walk. We wrecked more equipment than most people do when they're 16 by the time we were 16, and it's cost him a lot to train us at an early age, but we've come accustomed to running everything.
A hallmark of the Foglesong family is a commitment to stewardship and improving the land they have. In addition to building new lakes and ponds to serve as wildlife habitat, they raise pheasant and quail to help increase the local population. They also protect their land by using rotational grazing and recycling manure into fertilizer for their crops.
We're about as green as it gets here. Everything we take off of it goes into the livestock and we put it all back, and that's how we kind of make the cycle of life work here. We've been working on building the soil and fixing the pastures up, for the last virtually 15 years, and kind of got it where we want it now.
Steve is active in many ag organizations. A past president of the Illinois Beef Association, Steve also served on the Cattlemen's Beef Board. Now he steps into the role of president of NCBA, representing cattlemen all across the country.
Steve will make a great NCBA president. He's a type A personality. He can do multitasking to the utmost. He runs the farm from afar and can keep many things going at the same time. He's a learner. He soaks it in, he learns from everybody, and I think that's important, and he has a passion for it. He has a passion for the industry. He believes in it. He believes that being a part of NCBA is what's going to make our family farm work also.
I'm going to try to encourage everybody, small cow-calf producers to big feed yard owners, everybody that's involved in the cattle business, to join together and come together. I think we need to work on making the state affiliates take ownership in NCBA and having them feel like they actually own it and work with it like it's part of them, not maybe just an association, but actually take ownership in that. I think through that we'll be able to expand our numbers beyond the 32,000 members NCBA's got and get that outreach out into the 250,000 people that actually belong to state associations.
Committed to growing NCBA membership, Steve is a believer in the value of cattlemen joining together to accomplish shared goals.
One guy and his voice can never be heard. Only by combining all of us, accumulating everybody together, do we have an opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. and have our voice heard out there. And that is only by the fact that we pool our resources and we put together dollars and we hire the very best people to be there every day.
Steve's passion for his ranch and for the beef industry is easy to see. But when the workday is over, he always finds time to unwind and have fun with his family.
We kind of have a motto, work hard and play harder. And when we're done, we take off and get on one of the lakes in a boat and go tubing or skiing or do something like that. We certainly try to enjoy the ranch. You know, it's not just a place to make a living, it's also where we recreate and have a great time. I mean, the greatest job in the world is when we're on vacation every day, and I guess that's how I feel most of the time. We enjoy what we do. We love the cattle business. We've got 3 generations that are out here every day. That's kind of why we do what we do, so you can pass this place on to somebody else. And every day we're out here working and building and leaving it for the next generation.
And joining me on the set right here in Denver is NCBA President Steve Foglesong. Thank you for coming tonight.
I appreciate you having me on.
You know, you've always struck me this year as a lifelong learner, Steve, and so I'd be interested, what are some of the lessons that you've learned this year as a NCBA president?
Well, you know, probably our lessons that we've learned in Washington, D.C. You know, it's been an interesting ride here this year. You know, been an awful lot of stuff that's taken place that really could have affected us as cattle producers, and NCBA has worked really hard, you know, to be an advocate and to be the voice for cattle producers in D.C. And I think just understanding what each of us as producers, what our role needs to be in affecting those policies, picking up the phone and calling our representatives. I think that's my key learning, that it's not enough anymore just to be, you know, in charge of making the very best product and the food in the world. We've got to be willing to step up and tell tell consumers and our legislators all about that.
Well, and let's follow up on that. Frankly, you've wrestled with some really tough issues this year, whether it be GIPSA, the death tax, and some issues that could have huge impacts on our industry. What do you want the average producer sitting at home watching this TV show to know about these issues?
Well, I think you mentioned 3 of them that have been big key deals as far as cattle producers. The GIPSA deal, we managed that through an awful lot of issues throughout the summer. You know, we had hearings all over, you know, and a lot of press, and we managed that, and we got that issue to the point where, you know, the Secretary has sent it for an economic analysis, something we thought he should have done from the get-go, and now we're going to get that done. The EPA thing, you know, it's been kind of run rampant. There's an awful lot of regulation that's played out there, and we've worked diligently on that, and you know, just the fact that those are just 2 really good examples. And then I think the one that I like to talk about the most, I think we really affected this death tax issue. That's something that reaches into farms and ranches across the country, and it's something that can break those places pretty easy. And I think we did a great job of getting that out, getting to the forefront, and finally getting a semi-solution, at least for a couple of years, where producers have the opportunity then to, you know, take a look at their states and figure out how to manage that and not risk losing the ranch.
I know you've enjoyed this opportunity to serve your fellow cattlemen, but what are you looking forward to after your tenure is done?
Oh, my wife and I, we talk about it all the time. People ask her, you know, what's he going to do? She goes, I don't think he's sitting still. We've got a few ideas up our sleeve, you know. We're builders and expanders. We're looking to do more at our ranch and other places as well, so we're going to get right after it.
Well, thank you so much for all you have done and continue to do for our industry. We appreciate that.
You bet.
Your work leading the National Cattlemen's Beef Association is important to everyone. So join the cattlemen just like Steve as a member of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. It's easy to do. Just call us at 1-866-USA-BEEF or visit us at beefusa.org. It's an investment in the future of your operation.